What are you up to, babe?
I'm just cutting all the little bits for the roof out of this stuff.
Wendy's in charge of cutting all the little pieces of fiberglass here.
Yeah.
All to size.
Yeah.
I've gone and measured them all and made a little weights. So.
Yeah.
Yeah. What sort of fiberglass is it, Dar?
Matte.
What sort of matte?
Very clever matte.
It's called a biaxial because it goes that way, it goes that way, and it goes that way. So the reason it's good, it also goes that way. The reason it's good is chop strand, which is the basic sort of fiberglass, is very good for moulding and filling and all that sort of stuff. But it doesn't stay very square very easily. And then you got matte, which is really strong and thick and heavy, but it also wobbles around and the fibres fly out.
Like
Whereas this you can actually cut.
There, look at that one.
Knife.
It's my best one yet.
You can just cut it with a Stanley knife, and it's perfect. Or a pair of scissors.
Yeah.
So that's biaxial. And then you step up to all your composite stuff, all your crazy things. But this is what we're using. We've got a heap of it here. Enough to do the roof twice. I've gone and sanded all the squares so they bear in the circles. Australia Day tomorrow, so we've got the boxing kangaroo up. We've also got the Aussie flag up. So I've made a playlist, Australia Day playlist, my 100 favourite Australian songs, which we've got cranking on the wireless. We've got Slim Dusty and who else we got, Dar?
Probably John Williams.
John Williamson, yeah. Aussie Crawl, AC/DC, all the good Aussie bands. Yeah, it's a beautiful day here. We're alone apart from this one stranded boat way over, where is he? Over there somewhere. He's fighting against the wind and he can't get anywhere. Yeah. So you're making up a new one? This is a new piece?
Yeah. It's just way bigger than the table.
All right, so I might get a bigger cutting board then.
Well, I haven't got one.
Behind you.
That would be nice.
So what we're going to do is put this big cutting board on the table.
Yeah, much better idea.
Make it a bit easier for Wayne. Right, we are in, not Puget Sound, Humberstone Passage. It's anchored up. We rode out of the craziest storm last night. I was up all night. I wish I had a wind gauge because it would have been some big numbers. We dragged a few times, and, yeah, but it was an exciting night. Luckily, Wendy slept through it.
By the way, I didn't, but yeah, there you go.
No, she was up. But we both managed to get a good sleep in. Well, I did. So today is fiberglass day. We've cut out every single rotten section, and now they are like rock solid. There's nothing spongy left in this boat. So we've cut them all out. I think it's 14 sections all up. We've glued them in with thick epoxy. We've triple glued them in with triple epoxy, thick epoxy. Now I'm just going through and filleting the epoxy up to the original fiberglass and making a little transition area where we can glass with polyester resin and glass to seal all the timber in, and then we'll have a waterproof boat again. Waterproof from the bottom and the top, which is so nice. No more buckets inside. We've dried out the whole ceiling space. We had it open for quite a few days in the sunshine, and everything's dried out. Yeah, that's where we're up to. So Wendy's just going down to make a cup of tea. It's Australia. No, it's the day before Australia Day. So we'll have a few beers tomorrow. Yeah, let's get into it. See ya.
All the sections are now sanded. It's time to attach this fiberglass.
Seal it.
Oh, seal it, and then we attach the fiberglass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I remember that colour and smell. Yeah. We're just about to seal all the timber with polyester resin. It's an unwaxed resin, therefore when it dries it even stays tacky so that you can keep laminating over and over. So what we're going to do, I'm just going to mix up a trial batch at 2%, and it's about, I don't know, 35 today, so not too warm, quite cloudy, so it shouldn't kick too fast, go off too fast. So I'll just do it. I haven't done this since I was like, I don't know, when's the last time I played with fiberglass? Long time ago. So yeah, just remembering. But anyway, I'll mix up 200 ml, see how we go. If we need 400, then I'll mix up 400. And I'll make a hell of a mess because I'm pouring out of a 5 litre tin in here.
Can't you?
At least with Wet System. Look at the Wet System. Wet System has a beautiful plunger for your resin, a beautiful plunger for your hardener, and it's all calculated 5:1. Whereas this, you got to pour it out of a tin, and then mix in your catalyst. But I reckon, yeah, there's someone who comes up with a simple polyester system like the pump pack for West System will do well.
So
anyway, here we go.
Okay.
So let's measure that out. So 4. I'll get Wendy to check this. I haven't got my glass on.
How? Yeah, that's 4.
And 2% of 200 is
4.
correct. Right. Oh yeah. You
No, yeah.
You gotta come on this side and tell me. I'll pour and you tell me when it gets to 200.
Yeah.
Ready?
Yeah.
How
I'm
we
ready.
do
You got to be ready. You need rags and stuff,
Yeah.
maybe.
It's blowing at least 20 knots. So when? Am I pouring it?
No. Nearly. You're 150, 180, 185, 190, 200. Very good. You need the rag.
Give me a stirring stick.
Oh, it smells good, unfortunately.
Smells good. You like the smell of
Not
it?
good. Just,
You like the smell of
well,
it?
I'm sure you could. That's dangerous. I imagine it would be.
Dangerous liking the smell of it, you mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Sweet. That's quite a clever measure, though. I'll give him that.
Yeah.
First piece.
Can you grab the broom, please?
Yes. We are in a big mess. But it's a good mess. And soon it won't be a mess.
Righto, there's some sand and eh?
Right, well, it's the next day. It's fiberglass day. Before we come fiberglass, you gotta sand all this. So the end is almost in sight now. It's been a long road. We're nearly there! What is going on? Where are we up to? Because something's going on.
I've got a screwdriver in my hand. We just went to leave, and
But where are we?
we're still in the same place. We're still over at Donnybrook, and we just went to leave to move somewhere else for a change. The weather's going to be nice, so that starboard motor's still playing up. I think it sucks for enough rubbish now to have some in the carbies. So time to pull the carbies apart and clean the jets, which should be fairly easy on this model. Yeah, I'll find out in about half an hour. Stay tuned.
This is dirty fuel, isn't it?
Yeah,
We've got to try and get the fuel out of the fuel tank.
Yeah, we're going to try and jiggle it out.
So yeah, we're going to try and get it out that way, or Magnus is, with my assistance. So we're ready with our little polishing filter. Is that a polishing filter?
Yeah, but we're going to need it lower than the...
Yeah, so maybe 10 at the max or something. That is gross.
It's all the crap coming out of the tank. Tiny bit of water in there.
It's looking pretty good. Yeah, much cleaner.
So I've got all my dirty fuel in this dirty container. I've got the Mr. funnel down here, which has got a water separator and a filter in it. So I'm going to pour this stuff back in there until I see the dirty stuff starting to come out of this, and then I'll stop. I'm amazed how quick this funnel's working. It's working nearly as fast as I can pour. I am really impressed with this. So we're still getting clear fuel out of the jerry. I reckon we'll start getting some lumpy bits in a minute. Because as you know, fuel floats on water. There it is. Whoop, that was the dirty bits. So I'll let the jerry can settle again, and then we'll do one final pour. So Mr. Funnel is catching all the water. Any water that's come out of the jerry can and into the funnel will be caught, as well as filtering any lumpy bits like small, waterfowl and things like that.
That's it.
That's it. So we've retained all the water in the jerry can. Any water that's got through has ended up in Mr. Funnel. So thank you, Mr. Funnel. You've saved the day. Right, so this is Mr. Funnel, portable fuel filter. Dirty fuel in, pure fuel out. You can get ones with double the flow rate. We only got the single one because that's all I thought we'd need. But nice big funnel, heaps of room to jiggle your jerry can around. It's got the water trap in the bottom, and then it's got the filter on top. And I was impressed with how quick you could pour through this thing. So removes water, dirt and debris from gasoline, diesel, heating oil and kero. So good to go. And again, thanks Mr. Funnel.
Engines are working well now. Magnus is just going to get some water. So we thought instead of tinnying to the water from way over there, we would just move to the tap, which is just over there. Very convenient.
Any rubbish?
I'll see what I can find. Hang on. How'd you go?
Good.
Quick 200 litres of water. Yeah. Nice. We've come to the beach to clean the tinny. So the last time we cleaned this it was a bit tricky, so I held the boat and Magnus did the scrubbing. And this time he's going to try and winch it against a tree or something, aren't you?
Yeah.
So this is the setup so far. I think a tree's going to be involved in a minute.
Yeah. A tree.
Yeah, going to be doing lots of tree
Otherwise it's not bushwork.
anchoring, aren't we, darling?
Soon.
Soon. That was a little spoiler.
What's this?
Truck hitch. Was I right?
Yeah,
You could give me praise.
you're correct.
Do I get a point?
You do.
And how do I know it's truck hitch?
You just need your truck license.
Because I just did my truck license.
So your job is to take up tension on this when I lift the dinghy up.
Okay. Here we go. Let's see if it works. And this is the final outcome.
The final
Took a few goes, and a very small tree was involved. Interesting holes here, and lots of soldier crabs.
It's like being up north of the turtle nest, do you?
Yeah. So we just come on this sandy bit while the tide is low, because it's spring tides, to stretch our legs a bit. Pretty early, it's about 6 in the morning. Beautiful.
What a magic spot. We're here in Pumice-Stone Passage near Mission Point, anchored up just about, I don't know, 500 metres over there. Just gone for a walk this morning on this, it's super low tide, it springs. So we're going for a walk on this little exposed sandbar. And it's always interesting to have a look at all the animals and what it looks like when it's dry. We used to do that in the Kimberley, and it's just, yeah, so interesting. Boat's just turned around, so it's just gone low tide. And yeah, magic morning. It rained a bit last night. First rain in, I'd say, a week. And it's funny because we both, Wendy and I, walking up here going, isn't it nice not to have to worry about crocodiles? It's just weird how that's been ingrained. I've said it before, how it's been ingrained into your psyche over the past 2 years. And now it's just always in the back of your mind. Yeah, it's interesting. Anyway, come for a walk. See ya. I dropped Wendy off at the bus stop the other day so she could catch a train to the airport, and she's now in England visiting her mum and her brother and sisters. So it's a good time. I've got 3 weeks now to paint the top deck, sand and paint. I've been waiting for the rain to stop, and today seems to be the day. So we're going to, or I'm going to, I'm so used to saying we because there's always 2 of us here, but I'm going to start sanding today. It's funny, I was just finished breakfast and I thought I'll go up and start sanding. As I walked up the back steps to come upstairs, what does it do? It started raining. But there was only a couple of sprinkles, so all ready to go. So yeah, a lot of sanding, a lot of filling, a lot of sanding, a lot of filling. All the repairs are done, apart from one right at the back, which will wait. That doesn't really leak anywhere into the roof space. It just leaks straight through in the back corner. So that one's fine, but yeah, a bit of sanding to do now. I've got 2 sanders, a lot of sanding discs. The sun's trying to come out to dry things off. It's a lot easier to sand dry stuff than it is to sand damp stuff, so I'm thankful for that. But anyway, yeah, let's get into it. Time to sand. See you guys. Just when I'm ready to start, I've sanded all those 2 patches over there. Just about to start filling, and what does it do? It starts raining again. Just never seems to stop raining down here. You don't think you're back in the tropics. But anyway, at least it's not cold. Birds are out enjoying it. Definitely not a sanding and painting day. It's bucketing down. It's my little jig assembly to laminate a new port aft hatch, because the old one was a little bit rotten in one corner, so I thought I'll make a new one. So I'm just laminating up 2 sheets of 6mm and a sheet of fiberglass, laminating all that together with epoxy, some slightly thickened epoxy to make a nice glue. So I'll let that sit there a few hours and it should be ready. Voila! We've finally got a sunny day. I've been dying to replace this section here. It's just the corner that's rotten, so I'll cut it back to about up there, and cut it right down the bottom and replace that whole corner. And then all along here, I've dug out all the silicon. I hate using silicon. I haven't done that section yet because it's in the sun. But I've dug out all the silicon around here, so give that a few days of drying, and then I'll fill it with some flexible filler, and then we're going to give it a nice coat of flow coat or gel coat, which is pretty strong stuff. So the next job now, sand all this, sand all that, get rid of all the grey, sand the nodule, whatever you call it here, this bit. That's all going to get a fresh coat of paint. Sorry about the wind, guys. Just came up like 10 minutes ago, which is nice and cool. But yeah, so as soon as we're just about to swing around with the boat, and I'll do that side. So first coat of filler done, looking good. I'm always forgetting to film, so I thought I'd better catch up with some filming. That's the repaired corner. It's dry as now, and all the filling. I've replaced that section there, it was a bit soft, and just sanding off all the old loose stuff ready for a new flow coat. And I've repaired this bit here, it was a bit soft. Otherwise it's all good as gold at the front, and just levelling out some filler with the old, they'd used silicone before and it wasn't very nice. Yeah, so here we are, looking good. Lots of sanding, but sometimes you've got to take one for the team. It's going to be sad to sell it when we're all finished, because it's going to be looking pretty good. Here's that repair I did ages ago. So I'm just about to, and there's the new shore power socket. So yeah, a couple of little bits to go here, and hopefully my plan is today to have all this ready to paint. So yeah, a lot of sanding to go. Finally ready to paint. I've filled it about 10 times, sanded for days and days and days. All I gotta do is take the windlass off when I'm ready to paint, and then yeah, it is all ready to paint. Even that fill there is perfect now. Definitely needs 2 coats. What do you think? It all shows through. That's after 1 coat. Same up here. Done a couple of test bits. There. So I'm going to go and get some unwaxed to do this front. So it's looking not bad. So the whole front there is done. 2 coats, ready for the top coat. But it's 35 degrees now, and it goes off too hard. Even at 1%, it just goes off too quick. So I'm going to wait till this evening. I've done a final coat here, all the way around, and all the way to there. And I haven't done this yet, so that's just my tester. So it's about half a litre of paint. on the sides. So here we go, eh? It's been a while since I've had an opportunity to do a beer review, so everyone always reminds me to do more, so I'm going to do one. I've got a beer from the Stonewood Brewery. I've had Stonewood beers before, but I've never had this one. It's a Pacific Ale. Not my usual style of beer. Apparently a Pacific Ale is any beer that's brewed near the Pacific, which is just there, and made from Australian and New Zealand ingredients. So there you go. Even though it's in a Furphy glass, it's not a Furphy beer. We'll see how we go. The rest of the beers they've got on tap here are all like making love in a canoe sort of beers. They're all your standard Iron Jack and Tooheys and what's that one that everyone loves? Great Northern. All those horrible beers that are just like, not having a go at horrible beer people. I mean, people that drink horrible. Anyway, we'll leave that one there. I just like beer with a bit of flavour. But this is very fruity, let's say. I can smell passion fruit, pineapple, pears, peaches. I should be having this for dessert, I think, so I'll give it a crack, eh? Oh, there's hops in there, Galaxy hops by the taste of that. You know when you sort of put in a negative mindset and think, right, I'm just going to get through this. It's not going to be a good experience, but I've got to do it. You know, a bit like marriage or something like that. Just a joke. So that's what I thought before I tasted this beer. I thought this is not going to be good, but it is actually good. It's still light, so it's a session beer time. And it's a good beer because it's got fruity aroma, but a bitter, strong finish. Oh, you should try this. You'd like this one. You love these citrusy sort of stuff. Yeah, it's up there. It's for the first beer review in 2025. It's getting 8. It's exactly what I would imagine a Pacific Ale to taste like. So Stonewood, you've done it with this one. So there you go, guys. More beer reviews to come. Cheers.
It's been a long time since Magnus has done a beer review, and I think probably even longer since I've done anything that resembles a beer review. But we're here at this beautiful, I don't know, marina, I guess it is. And
we're not in the marina, we're anchored.
No, Magnus would hate for you to think for a second that we were in a marina. So, got this one, gonna try it. That's not what I was expecting either.
No.
Ooh, whoa, that's actually proper beer.
It is, eh?
It's bitter.
Yeah, no, well, I like it.
It's bitter. It has got fruits in it, but not a lot.
On the nose, it's got heaps of fruit, eh?
It's not that fruity when you drink it. Yeah, I'd agree. That's about an 8. Cheers. So I said, hey, don't you want